I made a terrible mistake last week. Set the stage. I'm getting ready for bed. I wash my face, I take my medicine, I'm brushing my teeth, all ready for bed. And as I'm walking out of the bathroom, my brain goes, did you just take medicine? Because I don't take medicine in the evenings. And I was like, surely I didn't. No, what? So I go back over to my sink and I have a little, day of the week thing. So it tells me whether or not I took my medicine that day. And I look, and tomorrow's little box is empty. And I realize I somehow on autopilot took my Concerta at like 10:30 at night. Mama, I have been using these little boxes for probably like 10 years. I've never once taken the wrong one. Like I've never taken my morning medicine at night before. And I was just like, you've got to be kidding me. Like there's no way that I did that. And I did. I took my medicine. I took my stimulant medicine right before bed. And that was rough because I was up really like a really long time. And here's the thing. I can take naps with my Concerta, no problem. But like not right after I took it. Like normally I take it in the morning and like I can still take an afternoon nap, no issue. Or if I'm like sick, I can still take a nap a little while later, but like not immediately after it kicks in, because here's where my second mistake is that I really wanted to finish the show I was watching. And so I had one more episode left. So what I should have done, and I'm shooting myself here, but in a good way. Like I should have just gone to bed and hopefully fallen asleep before it kicked in, but I didn't. I was like, in my sleepiness and I didn't think about that. I was just like, oh man, this is gonna be rough. I could have gone to sleep right then and probably been okay, but I watched the show for an hour and then it's time to go to bed. And then I was wide awake. Like straight up, like I could have written a dissertation, done anything boring. And I was like, no, I'm not going to do anything because then like my brain will be more awake. So I was just like doing all the things that I normally do before bed to try to fall asleep. And it did not work. It was too much. And I'm going to blame it on being right before my cycle starts, the perimenopause brain. I don't know, but it was rough. And the reason I'm telling you this story is because Patricia 5 years ago would have lost her Evan Lover mind on herself. Like I would have been so angry with myself. Like I was definitely like frustrated, but I wasn't beating myself up. I wasn't going down the like shame and guilt spiral. Like it was just like, oh wow, this is not good. And like thinking about like, what is there anything I could have done differently so that I don't do this? And I'm like, no, I've like never had this issue in 10 years. Like this isn't an issue of like, I need to change the system. It's just, I was just really tired, I guess. I don't know. But like, if it happens again, yeah, I got to do something different about it. But I think this was just a fluke. And it was okay in my brain to just be like, you know what? You made a mistake. It stinks and you're going to have consequences for it. But like, I didn't beat myself up for making the mistake. There was no shame and there was no guilt. It was like, well, that was dumb. But like, I'm a human and humans are allowed to make mistakes. Like I'm not expected to be perfect. And that realization that I could make a mistake and not go into a tailspin was really awesome. I was like celebrating myself for coming so far, like through all of my coaching and all of my therapy, like I'm able to make the mistake and rationally say like, is this a problem that needs to be fixed or is it just a mistake? And move on and not drag with me 300 pounds of baggage where it's like all the things that I've done that I messed up, what's wrong with it? No, it's like, okay, you made a mistake and it's okay because you're allowed to make mistakes. You're human. It's okay. Everybody makes mistakes. Even people that don't have ADHD make mistakes. And I want you to have that same level of acceptance of yourself, to not carry all this guilt and shame and like how you don't get things done or whatever that little like record player that hangs out in your head and tells you all the dumb stuff you do and how terrible you are, how you always mess stuff up. Like I want you to be able to turn that off and put a new narrator in place so that you can make a mistake and move on, that you can see that things didn't come together like you hoped and still keep going and not add on to the trauma and drama with our feelings about what's wrong with us. I want you to have that freedom to be able to accept yourself as you are, mistakes and all. I don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be perfect. I'm enough as I am. You are enough as you are. And this is a great illustration of why this year's theme for the retreat is you are enough. Even with your mistakes, even with your faults, even with your weaknesses, you're enough. You don't need to be perfect. What we need is you. You are enough. Are you overwhelmed by motherhood and barely keeping your head above water? Are you confused and frustrated by how all the other moms make it look so easy? You can't figure out how to manage the chaos in your mind, your home, or your family. I get you, mama. Parenting with ADHD is hard. Here is your permission slip to let go of the Pinterest-worthy visions of organization and structure fit for everyone else. Let's do life like our brains do life. Creatively, lovingly, and with all our might. When we embrace who we are and how our brains work, we can figure out how to live our lives successfully and, in turn, lead our families well. At the end of the day, we just want to be good moms. But, spoiler alert, you are already a great mom. ADHD does not mean you're doomed to be a hot mess, mama. You can rewrite your story from shame spiral to success story. And I'll be right here beside you to cheer you on. Welcome to Motherhood in ADHD. Hey there, Successful Mama. It's your friend, Patricia Sung. It is time for our review of the week. Now, if you have not reviewed the podcast, please go in there and hopefully hit 5 stars and let me know what you think so that I can read your review on the next episode. Today's review is from G. Bessel Wife Mom. 5 stars, entitled, I Found My People! ! I cried the very first time I listened to this podcast. The intro, it got me. That's exactly how I was feeling. I felt no one else truly understood. I just so happened to find this podcast, and I'm so glad I did. It makes me feel less alone in this crazy journey. Oh, gee, I'm so glad that you're here. Thank you so much for your encouragement, and I hope you will share the podcast with a friend who could use the encouragement as well. Every few times I record my podcast, I think, I don't feel like moving all my stuff to the closet. Why don't I just try to do it from a desk? And the sound never sounds good enough. So then I pack all my stuff up, and here I am. Hello, from my closet floor. I'm here, and I'm so happy that you are here too, because today we are talking about the upcoming 5th annual Mom's Retreat. And, when I was like, what should I say today? I was like, I don't need to sell you on coming on a Mom's Retreat. You want to go on a Mom's Retreat. I know you want to go on a Mom's Retreat. I want to go on a Mom's Retreat. 99% of moms be like, hey, do you want to go on a Mom Retreat? They'd be like, yeah. Now, if you're like, Patricia, I don't need any more details. Just sign me up. You're going to go to my website, patriciasung.com/retreat. Go ahead and dive in. But if you're like, tell me all the details, let's dive in. So I was like, why should you get your ticket now? Because the tickets are available today. So to keep it easy, because we talked last week about, keeping it easy, I'm just going to go through like the who, what, when, where, why, what's going on with this retreat. And if you're like, Patricia, that's not happening for me right now. It's cool. Hit next episode. I see you next time. If you're like, Patricia, I really want to come. I really want you to come too. So I'm just going to explain what we're doing, because like every year's been different. And like, we're just going to run through like, hey, what is this? So like, we're going to start with who? Who is this retreat for? You. Like, check. Next question. But I'll give you more information than that. It's for you. It's for moms who have ADHD. It's for moms who think they have ADHD. They're pretty sure they have ADHD. They possibly maybe have ADHD. Their kids have ADHD, so they think that might be them too. It is for you. You do not need an official diagnosis in order to come. Like, it is for moms who listen to the podcast. That's you. Like, we're your people. You're my people. These are your people. Come on. We've got moms from all over the country, moms of different ages, moms of different races and religions, and with toddlers up to adult kids, elementary teens, all that doesn't. We have so many different kinds of moms that are coming to the retreat, and like, it's for you. And if you like me, you probably like them because they like me and I like them. So I think that if you like me, then I like you and you like them. Everyone's going to like each other. It's going to be great. And we don't have to love each other. Like, you don't have to be best friends with everybody, but you will be with people who understand you and people who get how your brain functions and aren't surprised by your random tangents, because they went on a few tangents too. This is for moms who want to take a break, who want a balance of friend time and alone time, time to relax, time to just be. And there's space for 14 moms. I have 14 tiny homes on the property, so I got space for 14 moms. Now, 7 moms have already signed up from last year, so there's only 7 spots left. So it's for 7 of you. That's who it's for. And if you're like, Patricia, I really want to do it, but I can't do it this year, it's not working out, go put your name on the wait list, and then you'll find out about the 6th annual one for 2027. Like, it's coming. So put your name on the wait list, and you you can come next year and every year after that. But this is for you. Okay, I'm going to skip what for a second and go to the when because that's fast. When? It's October 16th through 18th. So it's Friday through Sunday. I generally recommend getting there about, I think 5 o'clock is what we did. Let me check that. Let me not just say random things here. Let me just go look at the instructions. Okay, so we start dinner about 6 p.m., but I'm going to tell you to be there by 5 because you're probably not good with time, okay? So you're going to check in between 3 and 5. That means that if you are driving in, you're aiming for 3, 4 o'clock in case you hit some traffic. If you are flying in, you want your flight to land by 2:30 probably. Okay, so you're aiming to arrive in Houston via plane by 2:30, driving in. We're looking 3, 4 o'clock. You're going to check in. And I'm going to run you through what we did last year. I can't guarantee you this is going to be the same thing this year because I haven't gotten that far yet. But generally speaking, we have dinner, we hang out. It's super chill Friday night. I would say half the moms are I'm tired, I'm going to bed. And they go to bed after dinner. Half the moms are we want to hang out. And then they sit and hang out and chit chat. So whether you're a morning person or a night person or you're on a different time zone, you'll be all right. And the next morning we get up, we have breakfast. I feed you all the meals so you don't have to do anything. And we have breakfast, we hang out, we do some group coaching and discussion and lunch, and then we have free time. At some point in this weekend, I will make sure that you have free time because I want to make sure that you are resting. So you can chit chat with a friend that you just met if you want. You can go take a nap. You can go hide in your room. If you want to talk to anybody, you're I need to decompress, you go. You can just sit there in your own personal bed with the AC on, relaxing. But you're going to have some free time. Then we get back together for dinner. Again, I got dinner covered. You don't have to do anything. We have a little dessert. Again, we hang out. Last time we hung out at the fire pit, did a little s'mores, relaxed. And then again, Sunday, breakfast, I got you covered. And then we head out. We have to check out by 11 a.m., which if you have bad sense of time, 10:30 for you. And you're going to head on your way. Now, number one advice from all the other moms is stay an extra day, maybe 2. So you can come in early, you can stay late. But Gretchen, who is the manager of the property, is amazing. She's a mom. Her kids are grown. And she gives us the best deal for extra nights to the point where I'm kind of Gretchen, did you charge enough money? But she said it's fine. So you can stay for an extra day or 2 and just enjoy the peace and quiet. You can come in early and relax. Beforehand, you can stay an extra day and just chill, or 2, either end, whatever's up to you. But that's the when, October 16th through 18th, 2026. Okay, I'm like checking my notes. Did I tell you everything about the when? Yes. Okay, I'm going to go back to the what because it kind of only covered the what. Some of that was the what of like, what are we doing? Okay, yeah, I already did that. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have skipped it. Just ADHD, what you can do? Now, where are we going? We are staying at the Happy Goat Retreat. It's about 45 minutes from the Intercontinental Airport, which is IAH. If you're flying into that one, there is another airport in Houston called Hobby. That's abbreviation is HOU, but like that one's far away from where we're going. So like, don't book that one unless you were like, I got a great deal. Go for it, girl. But like, really, you want to be at the other airports much closer. You can go on my Instagram stories to look at videos from the Happy Goat Retreat in my highlights if you want to actually see it with your own 2 eyeballs. But it is a beautiful 14 acres out in the country. Like we are outside enjoying the fresh air. Nature is good for us. Yes, there's air conditioning in your room. Don't worry. It's like glamping. We're not camping here. I'm not sleeping on the ground, y'all. I'm too old for that and my back hurts. So you have your own tiny home. I'll get to that in a second. Like our group activities were usually at the in full Texas, like lingo, I guess, the barn-dominium. It's an old barn that has been like converted to community space. So there's like the kitchens there, like picnic tables, patio furniture. There's a bunch of like lawn games. Like it's super chill. There's lots of fans. If you're real sensitive to bugs, want to make some bug spray, I'll have some anyways. But like if you want special bug spray, by all means, bring your special bug spray. But like once you turn the fans on, the mosquitoes blow away. They don't like a strong wind. If you sunburn easily, like me, you can bring a little sunscreen, but we'll be in the shade. I can't function in the sun. I burn in like 10 minutes. So we're hanging out in this like group space. I'm like, is it a pond, a lake? I don't know if it's quite big enough to be a lake, but it's also like a really big pond. But like you can sit by the pond/lake to drink your coffee in the Adirondack chair on the deck. There's hammocks about the property. They have goats, hence the name Happy Goat Retreat, which you can feed. And if you don't want to, you don't even have to go over there if you don't want to. You know, if you're afraid of ghosts or something, I don't know. They're a little aggressive when you have food. They're coming for you. Most of the moms very excited about the goats. A couple moms were like, no, thank you. It's up to you. Again, this is about making yourself feel comfortable. So you want to go hang out the goats, hang out the goats. You don't want to hang out the goats. Give someone else your goat food and they will happily feed the goats. Let's see what else. Oh, I mentioned like there's lawn games, there's a fire pit, there's a swimming pool. So like in free time, some of the moms were hanging out by the pool. All the moms are of different shapes and sizes. So you don't have to worry about your bathing suit. You can sit there in your shorts if you want to. Like, it is about relaxing. Nobody cares. I'm not looking at you. I'm enjoying the peace and quiet, just so we're clear. And on the 14 acres, there are 14 homes. These are little tiny homes. They're converted containers, like, like the big industrial containers that they use on cargo ships. They've converted them into little tiny homes. They're adorable. So there are some homes are called bijou, which is just a fancy name for like a studio. So you walk in, there's a little kitchenette, a table, chair, maybe 2 chairs. I can't remember now. And then there's a queen bed, and then you have your own bathroom, shower, sink, toilet, and all that. So these ones are a studio. So they're simpler, but they do have a rooftop deck. So there's a little like spiral staircase, and then up on top, there's some chairs. Each one has their own picnic table. So if you want to sit quietly and like drink your coffee outside, it's beautiful, and sit up on the roof, enjoy the stars. It's amazing. And then there are some of the tiny homes that are the deluxe, which is a 1-bedroom. So you still, you go in directly to the kitchenette, and there's a little sofa there. And then there is a bathroom, shower, sink, toilet. And then there's the beds actually in a bedroom. So you can choose either one of those right now. At the time of recording this, I have 3 deluxe available and 4 of the studios, the bijou, available. So that's one of the reasons to book your ticket now is to pick which one you want. You get first dibs. Do it today. But this space is yours. You have your own space. You got your AC. It's peaceful. It's quiet. So if you want more time to be alone and decompress, go for it. And if you want to be with people, you head over to where the people are. It's the best of both worlds. Now, I will mention, they all have this little kitchenette, but you don't actually have to use the kitchenette at all if you don't want to, because I'm going to feed you for all the meals. But if you decide to like stay an extra day, you can stop at the grocery store, grab yourself a yogurt and a sandwich or something and put in there. You can deliver. You don't even have to cook. You can just Uber Eats, DoorDash, whatever, to there. Like, you do you, boo. Just take it easy. But you do have that available to you if you want. There's also a little coffee maker in there. So if you're like, Patricia, I cannot wait to arrive over to breakfast for a coffee, you can make one in your tiny home. Okay, I think I covered the where. Now, why? Why are you coming on this retreat? I want you to rest. I want you to take care of you, where the only person you're responsible for is you. That's it. And you don't even have to do that much stuff, because I'm going to let you know where to be when. I'm the one who's going to cook your food, get it cleaned up. I mean, not me. My team's going to help me. I'm not going to be doing everything myself, but I will make sure that you are taken care of. If you have food allergies or food preferences, I will take care of those. Like last year, we had so many food allergies and we made it all work. Because we had like a pescatarian, someone allergic to pork. Then we had someone who can't have gluten, dairy, or egg. And then we had one of my clients is Muslim, so we had halal. I mean, we had the gamut. Somebody was allergic to mangoes. Like, we made sure that everybody ate. So you will eat, you will be fine, you will be fed, you will not cook, clean, meal plan, grocery shop, none of that. You just show up and you get to food, hand it to you. It's amazing. So I want you to be able to turn down the mental volume, turn down the mental load, set it to the side, and you just get to be. Like, minimum responsibility here. If you don't even brush your teeth, I don't care, girl. Just show up. Take it easy. Rest. Just take care of you. You don't have to worry about anybody else. I want you to have this time where you can rest and relax and mentally lighten the load, which is going to allow your nervous system to rest, to allow your body to like exhale and just be. Without worrying about all the other stuff. You don't have to. You just get to be. I'm like, maybe that should just be my tagline. You get to be. You don't have to do anything. It's the time where you get to sit and watch the clouds, listen to the leaves and the breeze, allow the sounds of nature to lull you to sleep in the hammock. I want you to just be. I also want you to know that you are not alone. This community of moms is amazing. And when you get to meet in person, it's super duper amazing. I want you to have this sense of community, of knowing what it's like to be around other people who get you. There's no judgment. Everyone's so kind, so welcoming. And like I said, 7 of the moms that are coming were there last year. I know these mamas and they are amazing. Every single mom who's come has just come with open arms, open minds, open hearts. It's just, we're here to support each other. The beautiful conversations that happen with people who are like literally just met each other. I mean, you know that when we find our people, it's amazing. And to be able to just be yourself, because no one's expecting you to not have ADHD. Like you just get to be with the brain you got. And to know that like you belong here, like having that sense of belonging where you're not an outsider. Because yes, some of the moms know each other from past retreats, but half the moms usually have never been there before. And so there's people who are new, there are people who've been there, but like there's no judgment. You're not an outsider. You belong in the group by virtue of showing up. And I'm so thankful that this is the community that I've helped build with you all. Like that's something I don't take for granted. Like having people who just accept you for who you are, like that's a magical thing. It's such a blessing. It gives you so much confidence to know like you just get to show up and be yourself. And the people here are cool with that. The other moms have been through a lot, just like you've been through a lot. And you will find these common threads of like people who have dealt with like all the comorbidities that come along with ADHD. You'll probably find someone else who's been there, done that too. And they might have no idea what to do about it. They might still be at the beginning of that healing journey, or they might be like, girl, let me tell you about this. But either way, you find people that get it, who have been down the roads of addiction or, you know, dating terrible people who didn't treat you right, or dealing with learning disabilities, or having kids who are, you know, outside of the box kids and struggling with school or friends or whatever. Like these moms get it. And we are by no means all the same. Like we are very different, but we have this like thread of connection together that is so beautiful and so welcoming. Like that to me, like obviously like I love where we are, but it's not the location. It's not the food. It's not any of that. It's the people. That's the most important thing. And I think we could host this retreat like literally anywhere in the world with any kind of stuff. And it would be a beautiful place of belonging for whoever shows up. And that is the most important thing that I want you to have when you walk away, is like knowing that like you're not alone, you're not broken, like other people get it and it's not you. That sense of home and like contentment is something you can't buy. You can't like force. And it's so beautiful. And I want that for every mom that listens to this podcast. And I for sure want it to be in that in-person environment, like for you to just know you belong here. And yes, we will do like some tangible skill stuff. So we're going to do some group coaching. I want you to have like a takeaway. We're not just showing up and being like, la-da-da, friendship, blah, blah, blah. No, like, yes, we're going to have feelings, but I also want you to leave with tangible skills. And this year's theme is you are enough. And we're going to be talking about like, how do you really tangibly know that you are enough? And be able to hold on to that in the times that are hard and the times where you feel stressed or overwhelmed. Like, how do you know you're enough? And then be able to like hold on to that and like steady yourself with it. Like not like, you know, iron grip, but like feeling really steady and sturdy on that idea so that you can deal with all of the ups and downs that come with life, let alone being a mom with ADHD. And I know that it's worth it because I always ask the moms at the end, like, what's your advice for moms who are considering this? And they always are like, it's worth it. Stay an extra day. It's amazing. Come back again the time after. Like, that's the stuff the moms are saying. Like, it's worth it. Okay, so I got who, what, why, where, who, what, when, where, why. Who else now has that song? What's that? Those little ritual scary guys with the little mysteries. Who, what, when, where, why, and how. That's what I have in my head now. Okay. On track here, Patricia. How? I didn't do the how. Okay, so if all this sounds good, if you're like, yes, Patricia, I want to come on the retreat. This sounds amazing. I'm coming. Sign me up. Here's what you do. You're going to go over to my website. It's patriciasung.com. You do /retreat. It will take you to the page. There's where you're going to buy your ticket. You have the option right now to either pay in full or you can do a payment plan. So that's one of the reasons of like, hey, should you get your ticket now? Yeah, you should, because the payment plan is going to be available, I think, through the end of the month. Yeah. The end of the month. So if you want to do the payment plan, sign up in May because then you get the smaller payments to spread out over longer time. Now, I'm giving you to the end of the month because I want you to take the time to make sure this is a good decision for you. This isn't like a snap decision. It does involve some planning. And I want you to have time to be sure, like, yes, I definitely want to do this. So you've got time to figure out the calendar, the childcare, talk to your partner and figure out the budget, all that stuff. But there is like some sense of urgency here of like, 1, I only have 7 tickets left. And 2, the payment plan ends at the end of the month. Those of us with ADHD, we need a deadline. That's your deadline, end of the month. Otherwise, we just, I'll do that one day. No, we won't. So you got a deadline, but you have time to think about it. So you're going to go onto the website. You're going to click your ticket. You're going to decide, do I want to pay in full and do I want to do payments? That's decision number 1. And then decision number 2 is, do you want to be in the bijou or the deluxe? Do you want a 1-bedroom or you want the studio? Okay. I don't know if I said those in the right order. Deluxe is a 1-bedroom. Bijou is the studio. Okay. So you're going to pick that. You're going to click buy, put your information in. I'll give you an email that's like, here's the address. Here's what you need to do. You have that right away. And you got to write it on your calendar so that the fam knows you won't be there. And then you're also going to write down, when are you going to figure out your transportation and when you're going to figure out the childcare, rearranging, what have you. Okay. So that is the how. So to sum it up, you go buy the ticket, you choose your payment plan, you choose what size tiny home you want, you buy it, you're going to write in your calendar, I'm going to hang out with Patricia this weekend, October 16th through 18th. And then you're going to write down, when am I going to figure out my transportation and when am I going to figure out my childcare plan? And then you're good, mama. You got it all down. So I have covered the who, what, when, where, why, and how that you should come hang out with me. I'm shoulding you. You should come hang out with me. It's going to be fun. And if you can't, go put your name on the wait list and you can hang out with me in 2027. Okay. But I want you to have this weekend. Like, silliness aside, like, I want you to have this weekend. I want you to be at peace. I want you to rest. I want you to take care of yourself and know that you are worthy of being put on the priority list. You are worthy of figuring out how it's all going to come together so that you can be there and take care of you. You matter. And you're not alone in this. You're going to meet 13 other moms plus me, so 14 other moms who get it. And you're going to enjoy a weekend in your own bed, peacefully waking up. You're going to show up to breakfast and people just feed you. Like, it's going to be so good. And I cannot wait for you to be there. So head over to my website, patriciasung.com/retreat, get your ticket. Payment plan is shrinking at the end of the month and you're good to go. I cannot wait to see you in October in person and give you a hug. If you're a hugger, if you're like, please don't touch me, I won't touch you. But hopefully I can give you a big hug and just allow you to just be you, because you are enough. I will talk to you soon, Successful Mama. For more resources, classes, and community, head over to my website, motherhoodinadhd.com.